Oh, they're there. These ones are just kind of bursting out of the water in the most random spots. Psych out. I think we should head back towards the port. I can see, looks like quite a bit, a long ways upriver, but heading out towards the flats, out in front of the flats. Those ones are coming in, eh? I'll sit here and wait a minute for them. Right here. They're teasing us today. Playing games. Simon's calling them in. Well, it seems like the energy's building up here, so that's good. Just not sure where to go. They're not really into following us too much yet today, but seem to be having a good time with each other, playing around. getting a little bit calmer, eh? It's a beluga boat. We're just out front of the dock, right by the port. There's a couple whales kicking around, but nothing crazy. Sounds good, thanks. So everybody's having a tough time, but the good news is there is a lot of boats out searching right now, so we'll find them if they're out here today. But we've been seeing in the past few days it kind of takes a little time for things to build up. We've had a few slow starts, and then as the day goes on, yeah, all of a sudden we're finishing off with a whole ton of whales. So no need to worry yet. Just enjoy the time out on the water. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, there's a few up close to the port here, but we learned the other day that we kind of drop out a signal there, so we won't venture too close. Yeah, right up against the wall. I went the other day. I wanted to get close and get a nice up and close view, but apparently I think it's just the gallery blocks our signal. Lesson learned. There's a few there. We can get that close. I know that much. See them straight in front of us. And to your left, they're a bit closer, and there's 4 or 5 of them there. No, like straight. It was just more to your left now, right in front of us. Let's see if we can get them to turn around and follow us back this way. Seems to be a lot of them today. They're kind of in little small groups, spread out, and a lot of them just seem to be playing. I'm seeing lots of pectoral fins and flukes come up out of the water, and they're just sort of rolling around with each other. And then there's just kind of odds and ends everywhere too. Whales pretty spread out, surfacing all over the estuary. I'm gonna make our way maybe a little bit out in front of the flats. I know it gets pretty rocky, so we won't go very close to shore, but I'm seeing some whales surfacing out there. The flats is, for those of you who don't know, it's just a section on the opposite side of the tracks in town. There's a bunch of little houses and cabins. It's right on the edge. Well, a lot of the spots, a lot of the houses and cabins are right on the edge of the beach, basically, right on the water. It's pretty nice. Been down there hanging out on someone's porch before, and it's on especially days like this, it's an awesome spot to spend the afternoon. Get a good view of the whales too. That was kind of cool. Did they get up? The fins pop up high enough there? Yeah. This is just right next to the boat. We had a couple rolling around. I know, they're very spread out right now. Looks like we got 2 of them in tow right now. And down to 1. Just checking us out there quick and then took off. Oh, right behind you. Just watching these ones over there. They're just sitting at surface and rolling around. Yeah. I don't know what those ones are up to, eh? They're just sitting there and see their fins poking out every once in a while. Ooh. Big bubble just popped up right behind the boat. Got at least 2 whales there. No, was it? Simon was just saying the one here we got coming up behind us, looked like the back behind its head was bulging a lot. Maybe it's the same one we seen the other day. Oh, there's a bit of a hump there, eh? It's not as... The one that we got photos of the other day was ginormous. Try floating for a minute. There you go. Sometimes if we just stop, like kind of maybe what's happening right now, the whales just come to us and hang out, so we'll see. Got two of them approaching now. Oh yeah. Just gave the boat a little whack there. Pretty good nudge. Yeah. We had one smack with one whale come and smack the boat with its tail yesterday. Right there, awesome. The water feels warm right now. Oh, this is what is he doing? Oh, he took off. Yeah, we got one that's ramming the boat right now. Wants us to get moving again. Doesn't like us this sitting around business. Sometimes when we're sitting like this, the stream of water that cools the engine, it shoots out the back of the motor, and every once in a while that'll get their attention and they'll nip away at that. It's kind of neat. Hey? Is that him bumping? Oh man, he is. Yeah, you could feel him like, I don't know if he's rubbing up against the bottom of the boat right now. It feels weird. Wow, we're getting some odd behavior right now. Actually. Yeah, we're getting some good photos. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's got his face right in the motor there. Like right at the prop guard. Looks like you guys are getting some good photos. Not sure what the whale's up to underneath us, but keeps blowing bubbles and nudging the boat. And it's tough to see. So it's just hard to tell where he's at. Can't see too deep. I get what I think is little flashes. Oh, here comes one now. Might just take this minute here and put on another layer quick. Well, we're still having them come visit us here. Just kind of saying that maybe we should move, but right when I said that, I looked down, I could see one just hanging out here. A couple of them checking us out. There's one, he's just sitting here perfectly still behind the boat. Actually, I think if you get that, maybe we can get his attention with that stream of water. I don't know, can't see. There's something down there. Just get a faint kind of glance every once in a while. Let's see, look back at the photos. Looks like we got a couple of them coming to the cam. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Kyron McIver. Driving the Beluga boat here for the summer out on the Churchill River in Churchill, Manitoba, Canada. And we decided to park for a few minutes. Sometimes if we just sit still and idle, the whales come to us, and that's kind of what's going on right now. You can see there's a few in the area and they're just sort of coming and going. We got one about to pop up right beside me here. Checking us out there. A little juvie as well. Make sure I got the cam pointed in that direction. I was saying before, I was hoping with the stream of water that shoots out the back of the engine here, sometimes when they're hanging out near the back and they're they like to check out the prop and stuff, but every once in a while that stream catches their attention and they'll start to come up out of the water and nip at it. I could see him looking up there, but oh man, they're poking their heads up now, doing little spy hops, I think, checking us out on the boat. So we're getting a few pics coming in here now. Simon's getting some attention there on the other side of the boat. It's a good time to mention beluga bits. Got one kissing Simon's camera right now, and they're just popping their heads out checking us out. This is kind of cool. I haven't seen this too much, where they're actually curious about us up on the boat. But yeah, good time to mention beluga bits if you can help us out. It's a citizen science project. We're trying to get as many photos as we can. You guys have been helping out with that a lot so far. We've been getting lots of great photos, but we're looking for different identification marks such as scarring and things like that, as well as belly shots to help determine the sex of the animals. We then send that information over to the researchers at the Assiniboine Conservancy. Just getting blasted here by all the whales. They keep popping up and they're blowing their boogers all over us. What they do with the photos though is they categorize them all and match them up with photos from previous years as well as the next year, and then it helps them to determine how many whales are coming back to the estuary each year. There is some other research they're doing with it as well, but if you go to their website, there's some links on the top of the message board on the explore.org website. If you find the Beluga Cam, you'll scroll down and see it there. It's the featured comment at the top. Click on that link and you'll get some more information on the Beluga Bits program. I'm very sidetracked right now watching these whales off to the side of the boat. They're really interested in Simon. That was pretty cool, eh? No, they're really, like, belugas, well, especially if you've watched this before, you'll know they're extremely inquisitive, and I mean, we don't necessarily have to go to them. They seem to come and check us out all the time, and they want to spend time around the boat, which makes it very easy. But that there was especially curious behavior, eh? That was cool. You have to tell people what was happening there. I think we should maybe move back over to the closer to the port again. See if we can. There's a few whales over there. That was cool. Oh, seen Lala Banker finally got one pick.
Fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that all started with one whale bumping and grinding up against the boat here and blowing big bubbles in around the motor in the back. And it kind of turned into a whole thing there for a few minutes, eh? Got a lot of attention just there. That was super cool.
So slow. I'm actually going to take the card out of the camera. Drop the GoPro.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, we got a couple more juveniles heading our way. What?
But I don't know how far along the way.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Simon's just discovering he had a possible dead battery through that close encounter. That'd be unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Are you able to look back at it now? It'll be tough thinking about that for the next few hours until we get back to shore and you can check it out. Oh man. I'm sure you won't forget it anytime soon, though, that experience. So that's a bonus at least. That was pretty cool. Not a lot of people get to see stuff like that up close. Can see North 2 is ripping through the river there. Oh yeah, the camera's pointing. You can see it off in the distance. Cruising, likely headed up to Mosquito Point, I'm sure, or checking out Cockles Point. We'll hang out here at the port for a little bit longer and see if anything else develops. Again, that was awesome. It's tough sometimes. You could just be cruising and the whales are happy to come and hang out with you and swim alongside the boat, and then other times they're not interested, and then you just, I don't know, we decided to try stop there and just bob around for a bit, and sure enough, that got their attention for whatever reason. So you had a whole pile of them swimming around the boat there. I'm sure, and you guys must have been able to hear that pretty good underneath the microphone under the water. Can you put it in that camera and look? Or it's at micro SD, I guess. Hmm?
I can't play back GoPro through.
Oh. Here we've got 2 whales, look like they're heading in our direction. Well, got a whole bunch of photos just come in. Thanks, Flower Bear and Eagle Nut got a few as well. The water sure is smoothed out now, though. It always seems like it just happens. You don't really notice the transition. All of a sudden, you just dawns on you that it's nice and calm out here. The wind's died down quite a bit too. these three, you got 3 adults behind us now, if they'll hang out for a little bit or... Pardon? Oh, did they? Is that one headed away? Calf over in this group. On our right starboard side. Here they come. See that little calf's molting pretty good. got quite a group now. It's tricky. It seems like the adults with the calves. What's that? The adults with the calves don't seem to ever tag along for as long as the groups with no calves do. They always just come check us out briefly and then they seem to veer off. Go ahead for a beluga boat.
Hey man, we're up by Cockles Point here. We should be within your range. It's pretty. We're sitting adrift right now with the hydrophone in the water.
Okay, sounds good. So it sounds like things are heating up pretty good over at Cockles Point. I just had C-Nor2 call in and let us know, so I think maybe we'll make your way in that direction. So we might just pop up the underwater cam here quick and boogie over. Should only take a few minutes to get there. Unless we get hung up on a few whales, it looks like there are in between here and there, so. We're doing a risky maneuver. Simon's taking his GoPro out over top of the water. Oh, and his case just busted on him. You make me nervous.
In my boots.
Yay. Want me to give you a hand? Alright.
That was lucky. I checked.
Yeah.
That's the GoPro.
Good to give her.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if I switched it off myself.
Oh,
The battery, I don't know.
hopefully you got it.